Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to do chapter number 11 of Literature Reader. That is a poem, and the name of the poem is The Mountain and the Squirrel. This poem is written by Ralph Waldo Emerson. In this poem, the poet has described about the argument between a mountain and a squirrel. They have a quarrel because the mountain feels as though it is more important, and each person has his or her own individual talents, and everyone or everything has its purpose in the world, none greater or none less than the other. So we'll start with the poem. In the poem, the mountain and squirrel had a quarrel. Mountain and squirrel had a quarrel means they had an argument. They had an argument regarding their size. They are having an argument for their size. Like the mountain is saying that he is more important because he is having bigger size than the squirrel, and the squirrel being little, she is of less importance. And the former called the latter. Former means the mountain. Former here means the first. First is the mountain, and the former is calling the latter. That is, the mountain is calling the squirrel little prig. Prig means a person who shows disapproval for what others do. Like the mountain is saying prig to the squirrel. So the bun replied. Bun here means the squirrel. The bun replied. The bun says. The squirrel says, you are doubtless very big, but all sorts of things in weather must be taken in together. The squirrel says that although you are very big, your presence cannot be denied, but you are only one of the many things that must be taken in together. She is trying to take away the differences between both of them. Nextly, she is saying the to make up a year, and all the things must be taken in together to make up a year and a sphere. All the objects, the creatures and the people all make up a year and a sphere. That means the world is constructed of both bad and good, and both are equally necessary for life, for the life to go on. The squirrel is saying that both things are necessary for the life to go on, to move on. Nextly, further, and I think it no disgrace to occupy my place. If I am not so large as you are not so small as I, and not half so spry. So further, the squirrel says that there is nothing wrong with his occupying of one place on the mountain. She is talking about herself, that there is nothing wrong if I take a place on you, the mountain. If I am not large, she is saying that just as you are very large and you are having a large role to play, you are small, I am small, the squirrel says I am small with an equal role to play. That is, both must exist. Either if you are having a bigger size, you have the bigger role to play, but even if I am having the smaller size, I have also a small role to play. That means both are necessary to exist. Just like the good and the bad, these are both the sides of a coin. Similarly, both are necessary to exist, both are must to exist. So now she is telling her advantages and disadvantages. She is telling her advantages to the mountain as well as its disadvantages to himself. She is telling that even if you are larger, but I am much more spree. I am much more spree means I am much more full of life and energy. I can move quickly from one place to another in a way you cannot even dream. Because you are mountain, you are stuck to one place only, and I am full of life and energy because I am a squirrel and I can move from one place to another in anyway, and you cannot even dream of that, you cannot even get a dream of that. She is telling that they are equal in the world, even if the size, speed and abilities doesn't match. If their size, their speed and their abilities doesn't match, still they are equal in the world. A very pretty squirrel track. Talents differ. All is well and wisely put. If I cannot carry forest on my back, neither can you crack a nut. So now the poet is describing. Nextly, the poet is describing. He is complimenting the mountain by saying it a pretty squirrel track. That means it's a perfect place for the squirrel to move on. The mountain is a pretty perfect place for the squirrel to roam. He says that the talents are different. The mountains, they are able to carry the forest on its back, but it cannot crack a nut. So it is showing the inability to complete such a simple task. The mountain is having an inability to complete such a simple task, and in with this way, by showing the ability of the mountain, the poet is ending the poem. So we have learned from the poem that everyone has its own abilities. No two persons or no two things are same, but everything has its own importance in the world. So we should not deny the abilities or the presence of someone. Rather, we should appreciate every creation of God because it has its own advantages and disadvantages. So this was all about the poem. Now we will have a look at the question answers. Firstly, answer these questions. Why do the mountain and squirrel have a quarrel? What is the reason for the quarrel between both of them? What does it take to make up a year-end sphere? What the things are required to make up a year-end sphere? What is the squirrel challenging the mountain to make? What is the squirrel challenging the mountain to do? Think and answer. What does the squirrel mean by if I am not so large as you are not so small as I? That means you have to tell the meaning of these lines. Talents differ, all is well and wisely put. What does this line mean? You have to tell the meaning of this name. So this line. So this was all about the poem. I hope you have understood the poem and enjoyed it. Thank you. Have a nice day.